Our third speaker, Avery, will be speaking for 5 to 7 minutes. Avery has been a Toastmaster since 2016. She earned a bronze certificate at her former club and is now working on the Engaging Humor Pathway, Level 2, Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. This speech is about a mentor in her career. With her speech entitled, I Found My Mentor, please welcome Avery.
Thank you. Several people have given speeches about mentors in their lives, and I've listened to them and thought, who could I talk about? Don't get me wrong. I've had a lot of excellent teachers. I worked at a teaching hospital connected to a medical school. The supervisors were top-notch. And as part of my job, I then had to teach and supervise residents and interns. Best way to learn something is to teach it to someone. But I couldn't say that any of these wonderful teachers were a mentor. I think of somebody who's a mentor as somebody who helps you who in your career. Yes, getting knowledge is helpful, but I never felt like somebody was really guiding me along. And then I decided, I've been avoiding this speech for a while. In fact, I even went to level 3 before I did this speech on level 2. But I decided that I just really needed to kind of buckle up and find myself a mentor in my mind. And then I realized I wasn't going back in time far enough to find my mentor. My first year of graduate school, I had an excellent advisor, Dr. Helen Rashke, and she was very kind and very sweet to me and asked me a lot of questions about my situation. My situation was difficult. I was a single parent of a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. I was in graduate school full-time, and I was working full-time. I had zero support. I would get up in the morning, get the kids ready for school, get them off to school, go to my own school, be there until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I went to work, and I worked until about 10. Then I went home to do whatever assignment I needed to do. This is back in the days before the internet and before word processors, where if you wanted to do a good report, you wrote it down all handwritten, and then you typed it. I didn't have time to do that. I had to write my reports from my head and get them organized enough to get them down on the paper so that it was a reasonable paper. She knew that. The second year of graduate school, she did 2 very, very important things for me. The first is, as my advisor, she believed that I did not need to write a thesis. The main purpose behind writing a thesis, besides showing that you can write, is to show that you understood statistics and you understood how to interpret statistics. What she did was she gave me an advanced statistics book, told me I had to do the test at the end of every chapter and hand it in. And at the end of the year, I could then take a final test that she would give me. Oh, that was wonderful. I didn't have to go to the library. I didn't have to figure out a bunch of stuff and write it all down. All I had to do was do this mathematical stuff, which was really easy for me because my first 2 years of college, I was a math major. Math is easy. So that was really wonderful. The second thing she did for me was to obtain for me a full scholarship and a living stipend. I was going to an all-black college. Well, it was a graduate school, but it was an all-black college. And so I got a minority scholarship, which I just, thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Helen Rashke. It actually did not stop me from working, because by my second year of graduate school, I had gotten hired by my first year placement, and I was working in a girls' group home, which was the career I was following. And I had no desire to stop working there because it was what I was planning to do. So the money that I got as the stipend to live on, I was able to use to buy my first townhouse as a single parent. So Helen, oh, God bless her. Now I've got tears. She helped me graduate on time, and she gave me a foot in the door for my real estate. Helen Rashke, Dr. Helen Rashke, thank you very much. You were a wonderful, wonderful mentor. Thank you. Back to you,